I'm Chris Battershill. I'm the Bay of Plenty Regional Council Chair for Coastal Science with the University of Waikato. We've noticed a number of issues with algae, seaweeds, and this is happening too in freshwater systems with aquatic plants that are becoming nuisances through the boom-bust cycles that they have. They occlude everything, and people will know quite a lot about sea lettuce, for instance. It transpires that these sorts of algae, these aquatic plants, have a lot of uses as well. So if we are able to harvest them and indeed grow them in high yield ponding systems, that is going to be designed to remediate the enrichment issues that we're having in the coasts and some of the river systems, we can utilize that biomass or the material that's produced in a number of ways. One of them is to re-sow, the seaweed into agricultural systems as fertilizer, and you can even create agri-feeds with an algal supplement to them. It transpires when you do that, you have reduced nitrogen and phosphorus runoff from the land because the supplement bind these nutrients into the soil, and cattle fed with an algal supplement appear to produce less methane, so they're contributing less and less to the greenhouse gas issue. We can also derive chemicals from them. It transpires they have quite strong antibiotic activities. And then when you're dealing with issues like PSA for the kiwi fruit industry or avocado dieback, for instance, we're finding that some of these algal extracts are strongly antibiotic in those pathogens. The benefits are twofold. They're resolving two problems. One of them in the sea, where there are these plankton and algal blooms that are responding to enriched nutrient runoff. And the other one is resolving issues on the land, where there's a need to reduce runoff of those very nutrients, but also perhaps to improve the performance of some of the cattle on land. We also have some issues with horticulture, where we have pathogens that need some resolution. And it transpires that these seaweeds have the answer to both. So it's turning problems into profit. We are linking in with colleagues in North Queensland who have been looking at, once again, nuisance seaweeds in that country, and then coming up with remedies for some of the on-land problems, once again associated with production in primary industry, particularly cattle production on poor soils, and also with Chinese colleagues who have been battling with sea lettuce issues in places like Qingdao. You'll recall the Olympics a few years back where the sailing was cancelled because of that. They've once again developed remedies for these issues and turning the problems there into profit, also associated with the agricultural industry. The future plans are to, as I say, fast track some of the discoveries that have been made internationally, but ground truth it into a New Zealand situation with a demonstration plant in terms of high rate algal ponds associated with some of the more intensive farming areas that we have in this region in particular. We're going to be also looking at the utilisation of some of the current sea lettuce blooming issues that we have in Tauranga Harbour, for instance, and using the material generated from that to once again provide advances in the agricultural and horticultural industry. In addition, we've been exploring a lot of the marine biodiversity, particularly with seaweeds in this region, and have come up with a number of discoveries that are of use into the horticultural industry. In the first case with PSA and kiwi fruit, but potentially also through to avocado production. It would be fantastic if people came and talked to us at the Field Days site. We're very keen to talk to and hear from farmers, leaders in various companies and industry in the sector, the general public. We're keen to hear about their views about what's actually needed in agriculture, and we can then describe how some of the remedies from the sea might be of advantage to them. The company AgriSea will be there. They are already pioneering this area. We'll be talking to them, of course, but it's these types of innovative ideas that we think can really enhance this country's productivity and improve two sectors at the same time.